All right, guys, gals, friends, family, Steve Patton with General Patton Bushcraft back with you with another super exciting video. And I'm super stoked because this is Alone Season 9, Episode 6, titled The Weasel, friends. And let's go ahead and get right into it. And you know that we always open up with the quote of the show. And the quote for this show, The Weasel, Episode 6, is from George Bernard Shaw. The quote is, "Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time." All right, friends, here we go. It's day 28. 7 people remain on the show, and they start out with Terry. He's 30 years old from Hurricane, West Virginia, and we see him chewing on that beaver skull, friends. He makes a real nice smoker, and he hears the whiskey jacks in the area making some noise, letting them know that they're trying to come in. They might be moving. These are called camp robbers, friends. They're going to come in and start robbing his meat if he doesn't hurry up and get it in the smoker. And we see him crunch on one of those beaver eyeballs. All right, friends. The show moves on to Tom. It's still day 30. Tom, 35 years old from Earlysville, Virginia. And he's making a nice set of earrings out of feathers and some bones for his girlfriend. He goes out to check his 4 snare wires. Nothing. Tom is losing weight fast, and he's very hungry, friends. All right, still day 28, and the show moves over to Timogen. Timogen's 31 years old from Montreal, Canada, and he's got a couple mice in his shelter, friends. So he puts a pause on fishing. He says the water levels are down in his area. He's going to switch over to... Well, first off, he's going to make some Paiute deadfalls for the mice in his shelter. But he's going to concentrate on hunting. He sees the grouse. He shoots twice and misses at this grouse, friends. He loses one of his arrows up in a tree, and we see him make a risky move. He climbs that tree and he slips and doesn't fall, but it was kind of risky. All right, day 29 now, 6:30, and the show moves over back to Tom, and he's getting up super early, friends. He's going to get up early and go down to hunt beaver. He wants to get down by the water's edge before sunup by this beaver dam. He gets down there, friends. The sun comes up, he sees a beaver, he gets a shot off, and he thinks he nails this thing. He thinks that it's a pass-through shot. His arrow floats back to shore, but he cannot see any blood. He can't find any beaver. Oh, man. All right, day 29 still. Show moves back over to Terry, and he's at the smoker. He's very, very happy, friends. He's eating and frying bacon, or beaver bacon, and he's drinking rendered fat. All fat, dumb, and happy Terry is on day 29. All right, day 30, the show goes back over to Jessie now, 49 years old. She is from Pagosa Springs, Colorado. And we see her sitting on the river's edge singing her song, just living on Big River, baby. All right, and the show shows Jessie spending more time working on Hodgepodge Lodge. It's a huge calorie expenditure, friends, but hey, it's a really nice lodge. All right, still day 30 now, and the show moves over to Juan Pablo, 30 years old from Manitoba, Canada, friends. And he's making a fish head. He shows us that fish head jello in that pot, friends. so many fish heads, so much fat that it's actually turned into a jello. He goes down to the water's edge to do some more fishing. He finds his fishing pole's cracked. We see him do a nice repair on that with some cordage. And then no fishing for Juan Pablo, so he sees that white weasel, friends. He goes hunting, sees a grouse. He hits that grouse. Friends, he's got blood all over the area, but it's a pass-through shot. He can't find the grouse. All right, so we got day 30 now. Oh, back over to Temujin. Temujin shoots a grouse. He's hunting, shoots another grouse, 2 grouse. He shoots a 3rd grouse, 3 grouse in one day, friends. Hey, but time out. I got a question for you guys. Leave me a comment. I'm stumped. We see Temujin down at the water's edge cleaning those grouse, and he's got plastic gloves on, friends. Where'd he get those plastic gloves? Okay, friends. Here we go, day 31, 7 people remain still, and the show goes back to Jessie. Jessie wakes up and she sees on the mountainside across the water, first sign of snow, friends. Winter's coming, and we see her working on that fire pit in Hodgepodge Lodge, and it's looking real nice, friends. Hey, we find out that Jessie put on 30 pounds going into this show. That's what she's been living on, building Hodgepodge Lodge, friends. All right, day 31, show goes back to Terry. He's very, very happy, very appreciative, feeling very good physically. We see him go down by this creek, and he makes a very nice, beautiful dedication for his mother. Tells us how much he loves her and how much he's missing her. All right, friends. Day 31 now, and the show goes back to Temujin. He's brushing his teeth. He shows us that he's doing good. He's got no gum bleeding, friends, so nutrition-wise, he's still doing pretty good. And we see him go down to the beach, and he makes a nice lean-to. He wants a second shelter down by the beach so he could use it as a smoker and smoke that meat away from his main lodge. All right, day 32 now, Jessie. It's moving day for Jessie. She's moving into Hodgepodge Lodge. We see her transfer that tarp over. She puts it on the new lodge. She wants to have some food, friends. She's very hungry. She's kind of down in the dumps with her spirits. She wanted to catch a fish for the first night in her new shelter. She has no food, but we do see her start that very first fire in the new shelter, so good on Jessie. Hopefully she can get some food to go with Hodgepodge Lodge. All right, friends, day 33, 7 people remain, and the show goes back to Juan Pablo, and we see Juan goes on a short hunting trip. And he finds that grouse, friends, that he shot the day before and couldn't find. He finds it. And he also finds that weasel, that white, handsome white weasel, friends. He shows us that for the second time. He has that grouse that he found down on the ground. And he gets that weasel on film, friends, coming up, trying to steal his grouse. He shows us that weasel trying to steal the grouse, friends. What does Juan Pablo do? He shoots that white weasel, friends. And he feels very bad. He tells us afterwards that he wished he wouldn't have done it. It was not worth it. There's not enough meat on there. But he says, hey, he's just trying to scrape by. He's trying to survive. But he wouldn't do it again, friends. And he tells us how he is not tapping out, that he's tired of scraping by, friends, that he's going to win the 500K. All right, friends, that's where the show stops there. I need you guys to hit that subscribe button before you leave the channel. Bang that bell icon, hit that drop down menu, and do select all, friends. Give the video a like. Benji's out. I'm thinking Juan Pablo might win this thing now, friends. Leave me a comment. Let me know who you think's going to win it. And as always, friends, God is good. God is great. I'll see y'all on the next video because we already got a date.